It has been 6 months since I started my Microlocs journey. And yes, guys, it's been a journey. So if you would like to see a realistic 6 months progression of your Microlocs with pictures and videos, this video is for you. In this video, we're going to be talking about why I chose to do Microlocs. We're going to be talking about my maintenance routine. We're going to be talking about the setbacks I have faced, and we're also going to be talking about my future goals for my Microlocs. So if that sounds like your jive, then please keep on watching this video. Hey guys, what's up? Welcome back to my channel. It's Jennifer here from Her Crown. You're so welcome. If you would like to see everything about Microlocs, the journey, the progress, the setbacks, everything that has to do with Microlocs, all things Microlocs, this channel is for you. You definitely need to subscribe to this channel, and without wasting much of your time, let's just start the video. So yes, it's been 6 months, over 6 months if I may say. I started this Microlocs journey in December 14th, and as of the time I'm filming this video, it's about 6th of July the following year. So it's even, let's just say we are at the 7 months mark, but just to round it off, would say it's the 6 months journey. So I know that the first question on most people's minds is why? Why did you choose to lock your hair? Why did you choose Microlocs? And even though I have a very detailed video on why I started in the first place, which I would link in the description, I'll say the short answer is I was just at a point in my life where I wanted something that was of low maintenance. I wanted to look pretty on the go. I didn't like when I became a mother and just the responsibilities that I was faced with. I wanted something that I won't have to think about much. And Microlocs was the way for me. And why Microlocs in particular? Because I know that there are different types of locks. The reason why is that Microlocs suits my aesthetics more than any other type of locks. So the next question that I'm going to be answering is what the condition of my hair was before starting. So I'll say that my hair was 6 years natural. So for 6 years, I hadn't put relaxer on my hair. And my hair was about 13 to 15 inches long. You know the way like different parts of your hair would have different length? That's how it was. And yeah, it was really healthy. It's not like I started this journey. In fact, I feel like if your hair is unhealthy and you start Microlocs, you're going to regret it. So my hair was really healthy. I'm going to insert pictures here and there so that you will see my hair on the last day before installing. So you see that it was really healthy, it was really full, there was no problem. I was just done with the high maintenance that came with natural hair. Now, talking about the installation process. So the installation process was one that honestly it was just a lot. It took over 8 hours. There were over like 4 people on my hair, and it still took 8 hours. And we used the twisting method, the twisting and interlocking method to start my Microlocs, in the sense of they will twist the hair and then interlock the roots. So that's how I started. Now let's talk about my maintenance routine for my natural hair, and I will talk about it from the one I do the least frequently and the one I do every day. So the least frequent maintenance I do on my hair is to retire my hair, and I do this every 6 to 8 weeks. Like right now, I've done it mostly every 6 weeks. However, the last time I did it was in the 7th week, and this time I'm planning to push it to the 8th week. Why, you might ask? I think the golden spot for most locticians would be 6 weeks, although they give the range 6 to 8 weeks. But the reason why I've chosen 8 weeks for mine is because my hair doesn't grow that long in a short time, right? So most times there's not much regrowth to retire at that 6 weeks mark. Also, my hair is really thin and fine. That's the nature of my hair. So this is me trying to prevent much breakage, and it's me trying to also prevent my hair from thinning out because of too many retires. So I've pushed the 6 weeks mark to the 8 week mark. But 6 weeks is a really good spot if you know you have really coarse and strong hair. Now let's talk about locticians. Locticians have given me the most issue, like in this Microlocs journey, because I've been through a lot. Like, guys, I've had about, let's say, 7 retires in total, or 6 retires, I'm not so sure. And I've used 4 locticians. My problem with the first loctician was the fact that they weren't actually locticians. So what will happen is that they will retire my hair and they will not pass it through completely. So they were forming little knots in my hair that was really wrong. And if I continue to use them, over time, my locks will not have a good look. It would lose its integrity and it won't look nice. So I'm very happy that I was able to notice that. So through my research, I was able to know that no, I think they are missing something else, and I changed them. The second one was good, but the second one was the one that I gave you guys the gist. If you haven't watched that gist, I'm going to link it down as well. But I gave you the gist of how she kind of duped me by charging me extra for home service. But the full gist will be in that video. So you do well to check it out after this video. Now, the third one was when I traveled to see my parents. And for some reason, I couldn't find any loctician there. So I was willing to find a loctician, but I didn't find one. The only one that I found was someone that said that she did traditional locks. If you see the way they retie traditional locks, you will know that it's kind of different from the way they retie microlocs. So she didn't have the skill for microlocs, and she did the same thing that those first people did. She wasn't passing it through completely, so she was forming little knobs, and these knobs were going to mess with the integrity of my hair. But luckily enough, I wasn't staying in my parents' house long enough for me to do another retire, so thank God I didn't need to look for another loctician. Now, this fourth loctician that I use, this final loctician, is honestly a dream come true. Because first of all, his price range suits what I'm willing to pay on a 2 monthly basis for my hair. So he's quite affordable and he's extremely good. Like extremely good. So I'm so happy with the results so far. Yeah, so that's who I'm going to be sticking with. I'm just hoping to God that he doesn't flop, because honestly, I'm tired of looking for locticians. I think that nobody talks about how hard it is to find locticians that can do what you want. I mean, this was a loctician that was able to maintain my grid for the first time. Because most times it's like I just always had an issue with the three other locticians, but this one maintained my grid. This one was fast enough and its price point was good. And nobody talks about how not having a good loctician can actually hinder your Microlocs journey. So I am so happy about this progress. The next maintenance routine that I do on my Microlocs is to wash my hair. Guys, at the beginning phase, like the first 4 months of my Microlocs journey, the first 3 retires to be precise, those were the only times I washed my hair. So I was washing my hair every 6 weeks, right? I did that because I didn't want my hair to unravel. You know, I started with twists, and twists are more susceptible to unraveling. So I didn't want to experience that. So I was washing it every retire day so that even if it unravels, at least I know my loctician is coming to fix that issue immediately. However, right now I've moved to once a month. It's just really the fact that my hair is not completely locked, right? And I don't want to deal with unraveling issues. So right now I'm doing once a month. So that means I wash my hair once a month, and then on the day that my loctician comes, you get, so every single month I wash it. So that would be my monthly maintenance routine. Now, the next routine that you guys would want to know is how I maintain my hair on a daily basis. So on a daily basis, first of all, I filmed that video for you if you want an in-depth tutorial on how I maintain my hair every single day to make it this lush and this pretty. I'll link that video for you. It's going to actually come after this, so you need to subscribe to this channel because it's going to be the next 2 videos after this one. So you see why you need to join the family. Okay, so saying no more. Okay, so I basically use spray bottles. I spray my hair. I don't spray my hair every day, but I spray my hair every other day. I massage my hair, and I always stretch my hair because I like the stretch to look. If you're asking how do you combat shrinkage, if you're asking how I style my hair, I basically put it in a stretch style. So either I cornrow it back or I braid it individually every single night or every other night, especially when I know I'm going out. So I'll do that so that my hair can be ready for the next day. So in the next day, I'll just unravel whatever style I put it in and I move, or I style the hair and I move. So the next thing that I know you may want to know is the products I use to take care of my hair. So guys, right now I'm keeping it so basic, so simple. Like literally I wash my hair and that's all. And right now I'm using black soap shampoo. That's what I use on my hair, and I make it myself. So I basically get Dudu Oshun and I mix it with aloe vera and I use it to wash my hair. Now the reason why I like to mix my shampoo or my black soap with aloe vera is that aloe vera is that product that can keep your hair really hydrated and really moisturized without that oily, greasy feel. So if you'd like to see a video on how I make my DIY shampoo, definitely comment down below and I'll do that video for you. So apart from that, because I don't suffer with dry scalp, I'm currently not oiling my hair. However, I'm not opposed to oiling my hair, or let's say oiling my scalp. I will oil my scalp, but I feel like these are things and practices I'll start to do in the second year, because right now I want to keep things simple and I don't want anything to hinder the locking process of my hair. So I'm keeping it really basic, really simple. So you see that this hairstyle is really low maintenance. Now let's talk about some of the challenges that I have faced, like with my microlocs. The first challenge that I have faced with my microlocs is the fact that some locks have kind of thinned out, and I kind of know where that started from, and I know that I'm going to fix it with my next retie. So what happened was that at the time I was starting my lock journey, right, I was just freshly postpartum, about 4 months, 5, 6, there about 6 months postpartum, right? And my postpartum hair loss was just ending and my hair was just regrowing. So as at that time, I had lost a lot of hair on my scalp, and it now made my hair not as thick. Believe it or not, like my hair was not as full as it could have been because I had lost a lot of my hair through postpartum hair loss. However, it's regrowing back. So it means that my root is getting really, really, really thick, right? And it's showing forth in the strand that, okay, the strands are no longer as thick as my roots, right? And the place that the postpartum hair loss affected the most was my edges, right? So I would even show you one. So you see that, I hope you can see this. If you can't see it, I'll do another demo for you. So you see that this part of my roots is thicker and then this part is thin. And the reason why it's thin is because this part was not this full as at the time they were starting. In fact, this is the start point of the locks. And you see it just runs thin. So basically that has messed a little bit with the integrity of my hair, and because of that, I'm experiencing thinning, especially at my edges. So I know that it will be fixed. I know it's just a matter of time for the hair to grow out and not be disturbed, and then through fixing with the loctician, I know that everything will turn out well. So that will be the first problem. Now the second problem that I'm having is budding, especially at the roots. I need to come forward so that you guys can see what I'm saying. Okay. This is up close and personal. Okay. So I used to like the ends of my hair budded. First of all, budding is just one of the things that you can experience as someone that is microlocked or sisterlocked. However, one of the things that I encourage is a lot of water, which is why I stopped spraying my hair every single day and I spray it every other day. And which is why I now try to wear a shower cap in the shower, because that would prevent water from coming to your hair at random and it will prevent this budding situation. Now, the next issue that I face is freeze. And honestly, I feel like one of the things that you can do to prevent freeze is to either use a satin bonnet or a satin cap whenever you sleep, and to prevent too much water, right? So you can do all these things, but even with doing all these things, you can't totally eliminate freeze because it is just part of the locking process. So I have come to that point where I just accept it. So once I use my satin bonnet or my satin scarf, and once I try to locksmith it, which is like a process of trying to reduce smith, I'm going to insert a video. So once I try to locksmith it and there's still freeze afterwards, to be honest, I just embrace it because I know that I've done everything that I can. And even though I'm going for the neatest look possible, I know that it's part of the locking process. Let's talk about the greatest lifestyle impact that I have noticed since I locked my hair. The first thing is that whenever people find out that you're locked, the first thing they ask you, in fact, sometimes they don't even know if you're locked. They just look at me like the common question, the most common question I get is, can you loosen this thing that is on your hair? Like, first of all, you see them trying to admire you, they're so happy, like, oh my God, this girl's hair. Oh, no, actually, the first question is that your hair? And Nigerians are very condescending when they see people with really nice hair, because most people don't take care of their hair in Nigeria. Like, I'm not even saying it in a condescending way. It's just a culture here where people would rather invest in their wigs and invest in their braided styles than in their own actual hair. It's just a thing that even before I started started getting into hair, that's how I was as well. So no shame in the game. If that's what works for you, good for you. But then whenever they see people with really good hair, they are so like there's this envy, like, is that your hair? I'm like, yeah. And even like, so I've had so many experiences. I need to do this in a reel, but basically I had one guy that was like, is that your hair? I was like, yes, it is. He was like, is that really your hair? I was like, yes. He was not like, oh yeah, do like this for me. Let me really check to see if it's your hair. I had to tell him, you know what? Like, your validation does not mean anything to me. You asked me if it's my hair. I said yes. Now you want me to prove it to you. I feel no need to prove it to you, because if I prove it to you or not, it doesn't change the fact that it's my hair, and I don't need you to confirm it for me to believe it's my own hair. If you don't believe it, to be honest, it's your own business. Because I was just so sick and tired of it. Like, literally, I went to market one day and one woman selling pomo, and if you don't know what pomo is cow skin. Literally, she was asking me, is it my hair? I was like, yes. She was like, are you sure? Is it really your hair? She was just doing, I was like, yes. So she was like, okay, oh, nice. And then, so I was buying pomo from her, right? And then she just went behind me and she just used her pomo hand to grab my hair to check and confirm if it was really my hair. So those are some of the experiences, like the life changes, things that I didn't experience when I was on natural hair. Because when I was on natural hair, just when you pack it or you put it in pineapple, it's more believable that it's your hair. But like with this one, they're like, oh no, you added something. You added something. It's just so crazy. And that Pomo story, honestly, I don't even want to remember it because it was quite traumatized. I was so weak, I didn't say anything. I just walked away. Like that's how weak I was, because it's like, how do I deal with pomo hand on my hair right now? Especially with the fact that I don't wash my hair every day. It was quite annoying. So I would say that it's people's reactions for me. The fact that don't believe that it's my hair, or they are so fascinated by the hair, or they wish they were the ones that had the hair. But when I tell them that I can't loosen it, which is another question they always ask, can you loosen it? Whenever I tell them I can't loosen it, they'll just admire it and be like, oh, I can't do a hairstyle that I can't loosen. So that would be the lifestyle impact that has happened to me since I got this lock. Another thing is that since I got locks, I started noticing so many people with locks. And actually, there's a culture of locks here in Nigeria. The only thing I would say is that the locks I see most of are traditional locks, or like medium range locks that don't qualify to be micro locks, but are not as as big traditional locks. Those are the ones that I would see. So there are a lot of people that have a lot of locks in this. Like I notice it a lot, and sometimes I'm like, did these people exist before I started my micro locks? And the answer is yes, but because I was not in my Microlocs journey, and because I didn't notice, I didn't want to, or my mind was not on it, I didn't notice them. But now that I have Microlocs, I notice every single person with locks. It's kind of like when you want to buy a vehicle, or when you just get a vehicle, maybe a Venza, and then all of a sudden you just start to see so many people with Venzas, and that's because your mind is now on that particular thing. So now let's talk about the growth I've seen so far with my Microlocs journey. So far, I would say that yes, my hair has really grown. This is because every single retire day, there is a new growth to interlock into the lock, right? So I would say that yes, my hair is growing. However, I didn't enter into this hairstyle solely for the length purposes. So I haven't actually checked my length. I didn't check it beforehand, and I have not checked it since. But I think I would start doing that like in a year's time, or simply I'm just taking pictures, and I'm sure through the pictures you'll be able to determine for yourself if my hair has grown or not. And in fact, I think I would insert a collage picture of the first month I started and this 6 months right now, so you guys can tell me if you can see any length increase. I'm definitely going to do that because I'm curious to actually see how it will turn out. So yes, I haven't checked my length, but I'm sure my hair is growing. My hair is really thriving, and I'm happy with it so far. So now I know that the major question on you guys' mind has been, is this worth it? Is this something that you want to keep on doing? you know are you going to loosen it? Are you bored yet? Are you tired? And the truth is, I'm not. Like, this is actually the best decision, guys. Literally, I forgot to add, but I haven't worn a wig since I locked my hair. And do you know how liberating it is? Do you know how freeing it is that you can actually step out of your house with your own hair and feel beautiful in that own hair. You know, the way I told you that the culture here in Nigeria is that people glorify and take care of artificial hair more than their hair. So for me to do this with my own hair, coming out from my own scalp with no addition, and it looks this beautiful, come off, it is worth it for me. Like, it's 100% worth it for me, and I would definitely recommend to anybody, even those that are not busy. Like, this is definitely worth it, so long as it's your style. Because I see people saying, oh, I like to change my look every 2 market days. So if that's you, you know, it may not be for you. But if you're someone that wants elegance and ease, like, this style is for you. So yes, it's so worth it for me. So now to the question of the day. Are you considering microlocking your hair? If yes, what's holding you back? Or are you just at your research phase? If that's the case, then just let me know in the comment section below. The second question, now this is for those of you that are already microlocs. How has the journey been for you? I'd like to know. Like, some of you may just be 3 months into it, some of you may be over a year into it. I would really like to know what your experiences have been so far. Finally, I want you to answer in the comment section below. Would you like me to do a video for you on the actual expense that it would take you in a year to maintain locks, to install and maintain locks? If you would like to see that video, comment down below, because I'm thinking that it will be a video that will really help. Because trust me, the cost of microlocs is something that has shocked me and continues to shock me. So if you'd like to see that video, comment down below, and I'll definitely see you in my next one. Please subscribe, give this video a huge like, because it will let YouTube know that this video was of value, and it will also encourage YouTube to keep recommending this sort of videos to you. So thank you guys so much. I'll see you in my next one. Mwah.